are you creative visionaries? I am Thembi, Chief Visionary Officer at Future Gen Leaders and the founder of the Future Gen Leaders Foundation. And welcome to Financially Empowered. Today I have one of my besties, my very, very, very beautiful sister and incredible woman in finance. Say your name.
Jennifer Brassard.
There you go. I've known Jen 14 years. It has been that long.
It has been a long time, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah. Since I had little ones still running around the house.
I know. When I first got to America, I was alone for quite a few years, and I met Melanie first. And then I met Jen, and Jen was like one of my sisters who just said, "Come girl, I know a lot. I've been through a lot in life. Let me just take you under my wing. I'll teach you a thing or two about being in America." So.
Mama bear. Always looking for somebody in need. Come with us. You're coming with us.
You're just my big sister.
You got that right.
Yeah. So we met when we were studying for our Series 7 license.
We did.
Jen is in the financial services industry.
I am.
She's been in it for a long time. You share your story. Honey, I think more so than, I know you so intimately and so personally. I know Jen's children, Jen's family. I've seen the children grow up from like when they were like this young. Jen now has grandchildren who I adore. Your grandchildren. Like, if Tanya asked me to be a godmother any day, I would. But I don't know. No. I love to travel too much. I'd feel so bad if I wouldn't be able to see them all the time. But she's got amazing children. You are one of the... If I were to have a child, I would want you to be the godmother of my children.
Oh, that's so
Honestly,
sweet.
I would totally want you to be the godmother of my children. But I would also come to you for mom training.
Okay.
Because I have watched your children grow up to be such incredible human beings, but I've watched you discipline your children in a way that was so loving. I've watched you encourage your children in a way that is just so profound. I love my mother, and I'm so grateful for the childhood that I have had. But wow, I bow down to you.
You're so kind.
Honestly,
you're so kind.
I've always said that, and I mean it.
I had a kind of an uncomfortable interaction yesterday with somebody, and I was at a party, and it's a mother. Actually, our daughters are best friends.
Yeah.
And she told me that in many scenarios in her life over the course of time, that she's been presented with a situation that she has said, "What would Jen do?" And I looked at her and I smiled. I went, "Oh, like, that's cute." And she goes, "No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I've said that." And oh, okay. And I thought, God, the heat is on. But I'm sure that she meant that as a compliment. And when she and I met, we were both single parents. Yeah. We lived in an apartment complex in Las Vegas. And our children gravitated toward one another. And then that made she and I have to interact. And, we're two ladies from two totally different places. And, the only commonality is that our girls are joined at the hip. And so, and she also had a son, and my son's hung out with him too. And so the fact that she said that, I was thinking, I don't know if that's good or bad, because, it's not like you have this script or this like manual, like, okay, so you're a parent and here's the baby and like, here's the book, that goes with it, the owner's manual. I guess that Dr. Spock would maybe not like to hear that, because maybe that is our manual, but you just kind of go with the flow. And
that's not true. That is not true. That is not true. I have seen friends who raising their children, and I watch in horror. I watch in horror, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't think. Okay, look, I can't say that's not true because I'm not a mother. So maybe I'm just full of my own nonsense. But look, my mother is a grade school teacher. So I think there's something innate in women who raise good children, and some women have a challenge at it. It's not
I agree with that.
It makes them bad people or makes them bad mothers. But I consciously chose not to have children because I was like, I don't know if I would actually be a good mother. So I made a conscious choice. I was like, okay, now I can actually have children because I've seen you raise children, and I know that I have incredible women in my life that could say, Thembi, maybe that's not good parenting, honey. Maybe.
Well, you know, I had my first child when I was 18, and even though that I felt like an adult, and I had a life that looked kind of like an adult, where I didn't live at home, and I had a man who became my husband, and we seemed like we were kind of getting things together. I learned so much from my own child about how to be a good parent by being intuitive to his needs. And you know, like, oh, they're cold, and put blankets on, and then you go back in and the blankets are all kicked off and he's rolled 5 feet away from them. Like, woman, what are you trying to do? Smother me to death? And it's like, oh, he doesn't need all of that. Okay, note to self, don't do that. And so, you know, it's a learning, it's learning along the way. And I don't know that like on the job training is the best parental skills, but I will say that, you know, keeping at it, loving what you do, and being diligent and intuitive and you know, have compassion just works in so many things in my life. And so, you know, I thank you for telling me that I'm a good parent. I appreciate that. And the evidence is 3 pretty doggone good kids. And so I don't know how I did it, but I think I did pretty good. And, you know, I always wonder about things and about would these 3 people who they are today still be the same 3 people that they are today had they been raised by another person or in another home or with more money or with less this, or, you know, what type of interactions or inflections made them who they are? I don't know, but I'm super happy and grateful. So I just kind of go with it, you know.
You're a good woman. Like, my mother is a good woman. My mother's, but you know, I think I think it goes back to sometimes learning from your parents. You know, like there's things that I would take from if I consciously chose, because I'm always consciously choosing to do stuff.
Yeah.
Let's consciously choose to do this. There's a lot of things that I would take from my mother, because my mother's an incredible woman. But there's things that I would go, I don't know if I would want to raise my children in that way. So I think as we go along as women and make choices to be moms or choices to not be moms, there's things that we still do learn from our parents. And I mean, the way you love your mom is, you're a saint.
Oh, thanks. My mom's
You're just always so loving.
My mom's an easy person to love, and that's because she's fun, and she's funny. She's witty. She always has a little quip or a little comeback or a little something that makes me think like, oh man, I wish I had said that, you know, because it's just like at the right time in the right moment. But you know, my mom is a people person, and so she's always interacted with people, and the reason that she is the way that she is what makes her witty and cute and all of that. My little sister has a lot of that as well. Yeah. I don't necessarily have that. I'm the girl who gets in the car after I leave somewhere and go, man, I should have said that, you know, like.
Me too. I'm very slow on the uptake. You can say something and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then when I get home, I'm like, no, that person just insulted me.
Well,
that was funny. I should have.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I had the best comeback for that. It's like always 10 minutes too late, you know, but that's okay. You know, it is all right.